I am the living legend of hair loss, the true alpha male. I got this video. Now this is an older video I made a couple years ago called 5 More Ways to Predict If You Will Go Bald, a sequel. And Chris Kozub left a comment saying, quote, "This is some bro science BS," end quote. So let me address that. Is what I do bro science? I'm not afraid of that term. If I need to be labeled bro science, that's cool. But ultimately, here's how I perceive bro science as it relates to hair loss. Bro science is more of, hey man, did you know that if you got onions and you get the juice and then you put on your hair, it'll make your hair grow back? Hey man, did you know if you get peppermint oil and castor oil and then they'll name all of the stuff that if you put it on your hair, take cold showers, no fap, whatever it is. Oh, people are getting offended already. Oh wow, I can actually watch the thumbs down happening just then when I said that about no fap. That was amazing. That was like instant. You disliked that before I even published the video. Wow. But see, that's the whole point. People are very in tune with their beliefs. What does Nick Show always say? Anything you believe is true in your mind. So to me, bro science is more about thinking that you can cure or prevent hair loss by doing all kinds of random stuff. To which I say, you can't, because it's in your DNA. Being born causes hair loss, is what I say, if it happens to be in your DNA. So trying to find a cure for hair loss or prevent it through whatever kind of random stuff that you can do yourself, to me that's bro science. But see, my videos, when I'm talking about the kind of stuff I did in that video, I'm talking about ways to predict if you're going to go bald. Now, yes, they're generalizations. And it's funny because a lot of times men under the age of 35 who are more aggressively balding, because that's who's most aggressive. You do most of your aggressive balding before the age of 35, not after. Have you realized that? Yeah, that's one of my teachings, but is that bro science? Apparently so. So all I'm doing is making observations that there are ways to predict if you're going to go bald. I observed this first in college when I was in Thailand, and I realized, man, these guys, 50s, 60s, 70s, these guys have full heads of hair. How is that? And then I realized, because they're Asian, because Asian men are less likely to lose their hair young, but they're also less likely to be able to even grow a full beard at any point in their life. That's a generalization. It's not always true, but it's usually true. That's how it is with my generalizations here about the body hair and the ethnic background. And even looking at a photo of yourself at age 1 to look at a projection of age 35. Even the fact that I openly talk about, the question isn't, am I going to go bald? The question is, how much hair am I going to have by age 35? Because that is when the most damage will be done. I will lose the most hair by age 35, more so than the second half of your life. Now, is that bro science? It's just generalizations, but a lot of people under the age of 35 do not have the emotional intelligence to accept that generalizations exist. They do. And so sometimes there are general rules, and we need to pay attention to these general rules. We also need to recognize if it's a general rule, there are people who do not apply to that. I am sure there are some Asian guys, let me name a country, Japan, and he's 20 years old, and this guy can grow a full beard. But then he can't, but he's already bald on top. And that would be weird because Japanese guys usually don't have a full thick beard. But they also typically don't lose all their hair by 20. He would be the exception to the rule, and I can accept that. It's not bro science, it's a generalization. So, it's funny though, just the comment of bro science to the max. It's funny because what you have in the audience, the comment section of these videos, you've got people like that who say, oh, this is just bro science. He's not right. I can think of an exception, so therefore he can't be right. But then there's also the hair loss prophets of doom. The guys that for years, 5 years that I've been making these videos, will say, you're going to be bald by next year. And my response, okay. And I keep making the videos. If that happened, I'm fine with it, but I don't feel like I'm bald looking into the selfie cam. But because they're insecure and they wouldn't want to be bald in the future as they look at themselves as a almost 39-year-old man, they wouldn't want to be, they would feel insecure about themselves. They want to cast that on me as a hair loss prophet of doom. So it's funny, I guess that's what I want to title this video, like hair loss prophets of doom versus bro science to the max. That'll be fun because it's just a matter of understanding my audience to understand this whole topic better. When in reality, if you still think that people are judging you on your hair or your lack of hair, that's the problem. You're part of the problem. It's like being in traffic. Man, why are all these cars out here on the road? Man, I can't even go like 10 miles an hour. It's so, I hate traffic. Really? Do you realize what you just said about yourself? You're part of the problem. If you're in the traffic, you're part of the problem. And that's how it is for a lot of people who watch these videos. They still think society judges them on something that they're not judging them on. People want you to be funny. People want you to like them and talk to them about them. They want you to care about them. They want you to use your skill set to help them. Do they care about you? They'll care about you once you show that you care about them. It's not about you. It's not about your hair. Your comments belong right here.